Hi friends, so this video that you're about to see today is going to be on both IGTV and also on YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, please subscribe and introduce yourself in the comments. And if you're watching from Instagram, same thing. Please say hi in the comments. Today we're going to talk about boundaries. Now, often when we think about boundaries, we think about setting boundaries with other people. But do we set proper boundaries with ourselves? Lately, in the last few weeks, I have really been setting boundaries with myself and also setting boundaries with others, and it's been so helpful for me. So I want to share as much knowledge and resources as I'm able to help you guys on this same journey. It all starts with one simple question that I've been asking myself every morning when I wake up. I try to get up before the kids get up. At least 30 minutes before they get up, sometimes an hour. I like to get into my living room with my iced coffee and I like to ask myself the following question. What do I need today? It's so simple, but so often we start our morning, we start our day just going through the motions, making breakfast for everyone, getting everyone ready for school, doing school, all this stuff, and life is a little bit chaotic and crazy. Even now, as we sit here in this quarantine, life has been amped up a little bit because for a lot of us, it's extra responsibilities like homeschooling. What would happen if you just sat down tomorrow morning by yourself and asked yourself, what do I need? Now, this is going to require you to get in touch with your emotions a little bit. That might scare some of you. I understand. But we are taught for so long, to put so many people first. So often we wear this badge of selfless honor. I know I have. I've taken great pride in being a selfless person, always putting others first, dying to self. A lot of these things were ingrained in me from a very young age, and other things I've picked up along the way. And I've always loved to say, I like to give to my kids. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with giving. But when we are constantly selfless, we become a martyr. And what happens to martyrs? They submit to their own deaths. Now, that might sound a little bit dramatic to some of you, but it really isn't. Take a deep, hard look at your life and take a look at your life in just the last few months. Have you been giving so much of yourself away that you're losing yourself in the process? This is why self-love is so important, and self-reflection is even more important. Because if we can take the time to sit down and ask ourselves, how do I feel today? I'm feeling a little bit sad today. What can I do to take away some of that sadness for myself today? And that's going to require you to become a little bit more self-aware. Do you need to go outside and exercise by yourself for 30 minutes? Do you need to go to the bathroom and put on some makeup? Maybe you just need to go for a walk, or you need to go on a drive, or whatever the case may be. Listen to what your body is telling you. What do you need to give yourself today? Now, boundaries come in when we start assessing each thing that we are doing already in our current present lives. So if you're somebody who has numbed your pain with something, some kind of substance, ask yourself, is this benefiting me? Is this helping me? And this is when we place boundaries with ourselves. If we know that something is causing us to be sad, or causing us to go into a cycle of shame, or causing us to feel like crap about ourselves, we have to set boundaries with ourselves to not allow those things to come in anymore. And that's hard when it's somebody that you love, or it's somebody that's a family member. I know how hard that is. If it's a toxic relationship, you can't just walk away from it, right? But it's all about listening to what you need, listening and being in tune to how you feel, and assessing each moment as it comes. I think so often as moms, we put our kids first all of the time, so much so that they kind of become an idol in our lives. They become something that we eat, breathe, live, and die for. And especially when they're young, because they do take up so much of our time. But I'm going to encourage you to find something that you love to do and pursue that. Something that is not related to motherhood, something that makes you so excited, like just the thought of it ignites your heart on fire. Because eventually those little kids that we're raising are going to become adults, and they're going to leave. And that's what we want, right? We want them to go off into the world and to make a difference and to make an impact. One of my best friends told me once, she said, Shaylee, I love how you're following your dreams in front of your kids, because it's teaching them that they can follow their dreams too. And it was one of the best compliments I've ever been given, because sometimes I do feel the pressure and the guilt that comes with being a mom when I have followed my dreams, or I have put them to the side for a second so I could pursue something else. You know, like, they're my kids, they're always gonna come first, but I have to manage my time well. Like right now, you know, they're off doing their own thing while I'm filming a video. I can't be with them at all times. That compliment meant so much to me because I agree wholeheartedly with that. And that is something that I'm trying to teach my kids as they grow, is that, you know, we all have dreams that God has put inside of us, and we are to chase those things. And so I have had to create boundaries with myself when it comes to balancing all of the different acts that I have in life. You know the phrase about the cup, you know, you can't pour from an empty cup. It's so true. You can't pour from a half-filled cup. So think of it this way. Your life is the cup. When you pour into yourself, you're filling up the cup, right? Fill it up all the way to the top. And anything that comes out after filling it to the top can go to others. It can go to the kids, it can go to your husband, it can go to your friends, it can go to your career, whatever it may be. But the rest of that liquid that's already in that cup should be for you. I always had an issue with the stewardess on the airplane when they said, if the plane is going down, grab the oxygen mask for yourself first and then give it to somebody else. For a while I struggled with that. I thought, shouldn't I give the oxygen to somebody else, save them, and then put the oxygen on myself to save myself? But as we know, that's not how it actually would play out if you were trying to save your life. And I think it's the same with our everyday lives. We need to pull that oxygen mask down for ourselves so we can pull the oxygen mask down for our kids, our friends, and our family. So ask yourself, does this benefit me today? How am I feeling today? Put some emphasis on yourself. Think about yourself for once. I am giving you permission to do that if nobody else has ever. It's so, so important, ladies. So important, because we should constantly be growing, changing, and evolving. And we should constantly become in tune with who we are and ask ourselves, what do I want? What do I need? How could I better serve myself so I can better serve others? It's going to require constant self-assessment to become that person. But like I said, these last few weeks, I have been waking up every day and asking myself, how do I feel today? What do I need today? And it has been so beneficial for me. I took all of last week off of work and I spent time with my kids because I felt like I really needed to do that. I needed to focus on them right now. And I also did a lot of self-reflection time by myself. It was exactly what I needed. And I'm going into this new work week with no guilt, because I know that this is a new week and I did what I needed to do last week because I read my body well. And this week I want to serve all of you, so I'm back to work. Obviously not everybody can just like take a week off of work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying do that, but really, really listen to yourself. Constantly assess yourself. What do you need? How do you feel? You matter, and you are so, so loved. When you can really get deep into yourself and search yourself and assess yourself, all of this love for yourself just bubbles over. It's amazing. I hope that this video resonated with some of you. I hope it was helpful. Maybe it inspired you. And in the comments below, I would love for you guys to share your stories, share with me how you felt about the video, anything. Just say hi. I love all of you so very much. And I hope that you're having a wonderful start of your week.